All right, it's the final part, guys. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, obviously. So I'm gonna have the Wachowski sisters meet me. So before we're officially hard at work in the office for the Matrix, for the Amazing Matrix movie, obviously, I'm going to have the Wachowski. I'm gonna fly in the Wachowski sisters a couple months early, and I'll have them stay with me. I'll have them stay in Vancouver for a good month or two, and we're gonna plan out the three. I'll give. Okay, these are my notes. Me and Vijay took notes for the three movies. We go over the notes. We go over the Matrix 1 script, the Matrix 2 script, the Matrix 3 script, the story. We discuss the story. We talk about all the stuff that I'm. Okay, how are we gonna tell this story? Okay, Ivan, what's your idea for Matrix 1? You know what I'm saying? What's your idea for Matrix 1? And then, and what? And I tell them my idea for Matrix 1. Okay, remember in Reloaded? Yeah, remember when Neo went to see the architect and you got the life of the one display on the screen? I think it's cool to have the life of the one in the first movie. In the first movie. Yeah, Ivan, how long do you want? Okay, I want this to be a 3.5 hour, 4 hour movie. You can't tell them 2 hours. No, you need to. I want this to be like a 4 hour movie. Okay, so you want to write like a one like 60? Yeah, I want to write like a 160, 180 page script. So you want your movie? Yeah, I want all my movies to be a good like 4 hours long each, 3.5 hours to 4 hours long each, around there. That way I can tell the story, man. Tell the story. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay, okay. Let's go over your Matrix One script. Remember when you said there was a glitch in the Matrix? Yeah, and something changed. The rooms changed. Yeah, something similar happened. It's 100 years later. It's 100 years later, obviously. Okay, it's 100 years. Yeah, it's 100 years later. And what? And Zion is at peace with the machine. The humans are at peace with the machines in Zion for 100 years. And everyone in the Matrix is at peace. And there's a glitch in the Matrix. And something changes, and Agent Smith comes back. And how Agent Smith comes back is that the virus Agent Smith was never fully destroyed. Neo made an error. He made a mistake. He let he let Smith copy himself onto him, as he was now the Neo Smith. As when Neo was destroyed, obviously, through in the real world, and the Matrix world, through the Neo Smith, obviously, the virus Smith was never fully destroyed. Hence, the machines, Neo and the Oracle, they underestimate Smith's power. Obviously, they underestimate him. Some saying, hence Neo made a mistake. Obviously, so Neo fulfilled the prophecy, but he made a mistake. He let Smith copy his onto, and that came back, obviously. Oh, that's you saying. Yeah, yeah. Remember how in Reload, how there were ones before Neo? Yeah, this time the what? The seventh one is born. I believe Neo is the sixth one. Yeah, the seventh one is born. Obviously, the seventh one is born. You know what I'm saying? And this one this one is this one is the lucky. This one that's born is the lucky is the lucky one. Whereas all the other ones prior to him were not lucky, as all the other ones died. Neo died. Neo saved Zion, but he died obviously, and his wife died. Whereas this one is the lucky one. He's granted more. He's more powerful, and he does not die. I don't want the one dying in my trilogy. You know what I'm saying? I don't want him dying. He defeats Smith, and once and for all, he doesn't die because he's a lucky one. Lucky number 7, right? Yeah, 7 is a lucky number, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Remember in your Matrix movie how what? How Lawrence Fishburne said the one was born in the Matrix? Yeah. When what? When Smith when the virus Smith comes back into the Matrix, the anomaly code is recreated and the one is created. You know what I'm saying? And when Agent Smith comes back, the machines are panicking. The machine guy is panicking in the real world, and the Oracle and the Architect make a deal with the machines. Okay, the Agent Smith has returned. Okay, how are we gonna stop them? He's like, the only one who can stop him is the one, but the one is dead. Neo died like 100 years ago. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying a new one must be reborn, and the one is reborn in the Matrix. In the Matrix, I don't know. Hey, Ivan, how do you want the birthday raised? I don't know. We're gonna have to talk this over. But I don't know. You have the baby. He's born. The baby is created in the real world. He's born, and his essence. I don't know. He's born. He's born in the Matrix. I don't know how that's gonna work. We're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to talk this over with the Wachowski sisters, and we discuss the stories. You know what I'm saying, like guys, before we even write that pen down that script, we need to plan everything out. We plan the first movie out mainly, and we take some notes for the second and third movie. That way we're prepped. We make an amazing trilogy. You know what I'm saying? We make an amazing trilogy. You see what I'm saying? Okay, what do you think of for the story? Okay, you get the life. When the glitch happens, you know what I'm saying, Victoria Justice and Morpheus' great grandson, they're born. They're born. They're born. They're born to. They're ignorant, obviously, and you know what I'm saying. And you get the life of the one. The one is when the one is born. When the one is born, obviously, he's given up for adoption. And people in the Matrix choose. Two people in the Matrix choose to adopt him, obviously. And you get a small little bit of his life as a 4-year-old kid, and it transfers to him 16 years later. Like 13 years later, he's a junior in high school. He has friends in high school, obviously, and he becomes a hacker, obviously, and he gets caught, obviously. And he's very rebellious to his parents. He doesn't really listen to his parents. He argues with his parents. You know what I'm saying? And what? And you also get the life of VG and all of them in Zion. In Zion, obviously too. In Zion, you get some stuff going on in Zion, obviously. You know what I'm saying? That way you tell a good story. You get some stuff going on in Zion. You get some stuff going on in the Matrix with what? With with what? With what? With Milo with the life of the one. You know what I'm saying? And he gets caught by he gets caught obviously. He gets caught, and I have an idea when he gets caught. Obviously, you know what I'm saying, he gets caught with the hacking stuff. He gets sent to the principal's office, obviously, and the cops come in and they arrest him and they put him in the cop car, obviously. You know what I'm saying? And then they put him. He's in this interrogation room. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, look, man. Whenever he gets interrogated by the agents, it's serious shit. You have like, you know what I'm saying? You have like two agents behind him. You have like two, three cops, and you have Agent Smith talking to him. He's going over you know, he's going over him. He's going over his file. Something like Keanu Reeves in The Matrix One. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah. He's like, you can do 5 years in prison for this, 10 years in prison for this. This is illegal shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't do this again. Obviously, you know what I'm saying. And he leaves the room. Obviously, he leaves the room. Obviously, he's all scared, and Agent Smith does not know that kid is the one. Then that kid is the one. You know what I'm saying. And then what? And then he goes home, obviously, and his parents pick him up at the jail, at the place, obviously. And then when they're in their car, he's silent. And then when he gets home, they have a huge argument. And they kick him out of the house. They kick him out of the house, obviously. They kick him out of the house, obviously, and then he ends up getting a job as a dishwasher. Why you want? I want him to be a dishwasher because I want to put some of my life in there. Because I was a dishwasher my whole life. I've pretty much been doing dishwashing, right? I was a dishwasher I did a lot of dishwashing jobs as he's a dishwasher. He works full time, and he makes like 800, $900 every 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? and then and then someone you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, and then when he gets that job, he meets a guy at the work, and he finds out the guy is a hacker, and the guy's like, yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying. He finds out the guy's a hacker, obviously. You know what I'm saying. He's like, yeah, I do hacking too. I got caught by the cops. I can't do this, man. I don't get. Don't worry about it. You won't get caught. We can keep you can keep it local. You can make some good money off this. Some good money off the side. Yeah, he makes, I don't know, he makes a nice like extra 1,000, 2,000 bucks on the side doing hacking. So he does dishwashing, but he makes his real money from his hacking job, like Neil did. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You have a scene with him. He goes clubbing with his friend. They have a good time, obviously, and what? And they have a good time, obviously, and it transfers like 20 years later. He's still a dishwasher. He's working in a dishwashing job, and he lives in this apartment, this shitty apartment like Neil's apartment in the Matrix One. Some saying, and he's a dishwasher. All right, that sounds like a massive. Yeah, just looking at a massive story. Obviously, Ivan, how does what? Ivan, how does Smith find out he's the one? I don't know, but he gets suspicious of who this kid is, man. You see what I'm saying? He gets suspicious of who the kid is, and he eventually finds out that the kid's special. Obviously, he might be special. Obviously, and then what? It's 20 years later. The one is now 36 years old. He's me, obviously. It's now when it transfers 20 years later, you now get me, the older me, right? The older me. Whereas the 16-year-old kid and the younger kid I'm gonna have to hire younger kid actors to play that role, obviously. And then it transfers 20 years later, and you get me now. You get me as a dishwasher. You know what I'm saying? And I'm working as a dishwasher. And I'm doing hacking on the side, obviously. But I'm living in the dream world because I'm still in the Matrix. I'm not unplugged, obviously. Obviously, right? You get the life of me. I take a bus to work. You know what I'm saying? I take a bus to work every morning. You know what I'm saying? I take a bus to work every morning. There's a scene where I'm on a bus. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the bus, and while I'm on the bus, you see like three Agent Smith and three agents are walking, and I look at them. I remember those guys. You know, like they interrogated me. You know what I'm saying? You get this slow motion scene. Yeah, you get the life of the one, obviously, and then what? And then you transfer back, and you also get to transfer back to Zion. You have VJ living in Zion. VJ is free. She's living in Zion, obviously. And you have Matrix, Morpheus' grandson. They're all older too. And then what? And they're like, yeah, we're going into the Matrix to see the Oracle. The Oracle wants to see you, and we go and see the Oracle. Obviously, and the Oracle says, I have some bad news. So why? You know what I'm saying? And the Oracle tells, I have some bad news. You know what I'm saying? Many years ago, there was a glitch in the Matrix. Yeah, we know about that. Now, there's more to the story. The Agent Smith has returned. Smith? Agent Smith? How's that possible? Agent Smith was destroyed 100 years ago. You know what I'm saying? That may be true, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? The machines, me and him, we underestimated Smith's power. You know what I'm saying? And Neo made a grave mistake. What was that mistake? You know what I'm saying? He let Smith copy himself onto him. You know what I'm saying, huh? He let Smith copy himself onto him. Because of that, the spirit of Smith still lived. You know what I'm saying? And he returned. Yeah, what an amazing story. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If Agent Smith returned, who will be able to stop him? You know what I'm saying? We cannot fight the agents. We cannot beat them. We run from them. We hide from them. We escape from them. We can't fight them. You know what I'm saying? Only what? Only the anomaly can defeat him. Only the one can defeat him. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yes, that is true. So what do we do? You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, like, Neo is dead. He died 100 years ago. You know what I'm saying? No. A new one has been reborn. You know what I'm saying? And Oracle says that. He's like, how? How's that possible? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and then she ends up telling. She ends up telling what? VJ, you will love. You will love the new one. The new one. I won't love him. No, you will love him, obviously. And she tells the Morpheus' great grandson, you will find your great grandfather found Neo, just like you will find, you will search, and you will find the new one. Who is the new one? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That answer, that question, you will have to search for yourself. You know, the Oracle knows who the new one is, obviously, but what? But it's up to what to what Morpheus' great grandson to find out for himself who the new one is, and he eventually finds out who the new one is. Obviously, I'm saying. So I'm gonna have to plan this out with the Kelsey sisters. Me and VJ plan this out with the Kelsey sisters, and I'm more than happy. I'll pay for their hotel stay out of my pocket. I'm more than happy to have them stay in suites, and have them stay in a suite for a good month, 2 months. Not a big deal. It only cost me a good like 600 grand in cost. I can easily afford it. I'm a fucking billionaire. I can pay for their hotel, and I'll pay for their feeding. I can pay for their feeding too. Or I can just pay them, and I'll pay them a nice bonus. Okay, I'll pay you guys. I'll pay you guys a nice like 250 grand. Is that good enough? 250 grand to plan it out with me for a good month and a half, 2 months. I'll pay you a nice 250K, and the 250K will cover your feeding. So the 250K will cover your feeding for the 1 month, 2 months, and I'll pay for your hotel living. Obviously, you need to pay them, that way they're motivated to help you. If you don't pay them, they're not going to be as motivated to do all that dirty work. Pay them a nice like 250 grand. That's a nice paycheck. 200K, 200K is enough. Pay them a nice 200K. 100K is enough. Pay them a nice 100K to plan out with you. That's enough. That's 60 grand in your bank. Pay them a nice 100K. Don't let them rip you off. 100K is enough. I'll pay you guys 100 grand to help me plan, to discuss and help me the early stages of development. We plan this whole thing out. We plan the whole three trilogies out. Some Sarah. Some Sarah. And then what? You know what I'm saying? And then once Morpheus finds out who the one is, once Morpheus finds out, how does Morpheus' great grandson find out who the one is? You know what I'm saying? How does Morpheus find out who the one is? I don't know. You have a scene where like I go clubbing. I go clubbing with my friend, obviously, and then that's where I meet VJ. I meet this random chick. I meet VJ, obviously, and VJ doesn't know I'm the one yet, obviously. And I meet so Morpheus, so VJ and all of them, they go into the Matrix, and they go to this club, obviously, and I go to the club with my friend, and I'm talking to him, obviously, and I'm like I feel lost and confused. Like, what do you mean? He's like, do you ever? I'm like, I said this to him. Do you ever wonder? You ever wonder if you're dreaming, and you ever wonder when you wake up and it all feels like a dream? I tell him that, and I'm saying, and Morpheus' good grandson and VJ are listening in. You know what I'm saying? And Morpheus is like, I think I found the one. I think that man is the one, and they're curious, obviously. Something like that, you know what I'm saying? You're creative, yes I am. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Whereas in the original Matrix, the Wachowski sisters don't really explain how Morpheus found the one, found out he was the one. Whereas this time, I'm telling the story. I'm giving you details of how Morpheus finds out who the one is. Obviously, he finds out that yeah, I think this man is the one. Obviously, You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And I talk with my friend. He's like, did you have any parents? No, I do. I never knew who my real parents were. You know what I'm saying? I was adopted. You're adopted? Yeah, I was adopted. You know what I'm saying? And they're listening in the club while I'm drinking my beer, obviously, my drink. Holy shit, I think this man might be the one. Yeah, obviously. Some saying? You see what I'm saying? And then what? I think this man might be the one. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then, and you have a scene where Morpheus' grandson's like, he's all happy. He's like, we found it. We found him. I think we found the anomaly. We found the one. You know what I'm saying? They talk in the Matrix, obviously, and they go back to Zion, obviously. They talk, they have a meeting with the Nebuchadnezzar group. We found the one. And then we just like, I have to get a message out to him. I have to get a message out to him. And she goes into the Matrix, obviously. And when she goes into the Matrix, she tries to get the message out to Neo for the phone, obviously, to the delivery guy. I need you to do something for me, or what? I need you to give this note. I need you to give this delivery to this guy. And she does that, and once she does that, but for her to do that, she what? She ends up getting chased by the agents. She escapes, obviously. Something like Trinity in the beginning of Matrix 1. You have some similarities with Matrix 1. And the next day I work, obviously, and that's when I get the delivery call. This is for you. I go on break. You know what I'm saying? This is for you. And he's like, what the fuck? And I get this call, hello. And Morpheus' great grandson calls me. He's like, you know who I am? He's like, no, I don't know who you are. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who you are. But in Matrix 1, Neo knew who the guy was. He's like, Morpheus was my guy does not know who this guy is. He's like, who are you? Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I am this guy, you know what I'm saying? I'm the great grandson of Morpheus. He's like, Morpheus? You know what I'm saying? He was the one who found the former one before you. He's like, I sorry, I think you got the wrong person. He's like, listen to me. He's like, this is, listen to me. He's like, they're after you. He's like, who? He's like, agents. Agents? He's like, who? He's like, who the fuck are agents? He's like, you've dealt with them before many years ago. It was like, agents. He's like, agents, yeah. He's like, I don't know who the agents are. He's like, open your eyes. Open your eyes. I'm saying, the agents are after you. You know what I'm saying? He's all scared. He's like, what do I do? He's like, you must. If you, I don't know. If you don't want to find out, I suggest you get out of there. He's like, what should I do? He's like, you have 3 minutes. He's like, how do you know this? He's like, just listen to me. He's like, you must do exactly what I say. He's like, okay. He's like, go back in the restaurant. You know what I'm saying? Go to the dressing room, grab your things, get out of there. You have 3 minutes. You get this music. You see the agents driving in their car. You know what I'm saying? And you also get a scene where Agent Smith, he's curious who the one is. You get the scene. He's meeting with he's with the agents, obviously. This man we met. This man we met, obviously. This man we met, obviously. Some singer. Yeah. This man we met, obviously. You know what I'm saying? This time we met, obviously. I have some ideas of how Agent Smith finds out. I don't know. My hacking friend, obviously, he gets caught, and the agents interrogate him. Obviously, He's like, are you working with anyone? No, I'm not working with anyone. They interrogate him, obviously. And the agents like take him, they hold him up. It's okay. I'll tell you. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, I'm working with this man. He's like, which man? You know what I'm saying? I'm working with this guy. He's like, this guy. He's like, wait a minute, I recognize this guy. This is a kid we interrogated 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and he's still hacking on the side. He's still doing hacking on the side. You know, I'm like, yeah, he's you know what I'm saying? And yeah. And the guy is so scared he spills out the beans. He's a guy he tears me out. He has to smoke. He's a guy I've had many talks with him. You know what I'm saying? He's like, tell us more. Yeah, he always goes on about living. He always goes on that he always goes on about how he's lost and how he never knew his parents. He said never had any parents. Yeah, he was adopted. You know what I'm saying? And he always talks about how every time he sleeps, it feels like as if he's in a dream and he's waking up and he's like, oh, and then the agents are curious, and that's when they get curious about who this guy is. Holy shit, you crave, yes. So they interrogate the guy, and he's like, all scared. Okay, I'll tell you. You know what I'm saying? He has to smoke. You know, the agents are sitting down. He's like, very good, and talking. Tell us more about this man. The guy spills all the beans. He sells his friend out, obviously, and the agents want to grab him now because he broke the law. He's a hacker, obviously. This man deserves to be in prison, obviously, and they become curious who the man is, and that's why I get that call. I get that call. They're after you. Okay, go to the dressing room. You have 3 minutes to get out of there. And I go in the dressing room. He says, "What do I do next?" He's like, "Do not go out the front. Go through the back. Go through the back." He's like, he's like, "Stay there for just a moment." You know what I'm saying? Hide behind the garbage. I hide behind the garbage. Like, wait there for just a moment. Now you have 10 minutes. Go to your apartment. They're gonna raid your apartment. You must go there now. Get your things and get out of there. You know what I'm saying? I take a cab and I go to the apartment. You get this music, the agents, and I go to the apartment. And then once I go to my apartment, I pack all my things. I leave obviously. And I'm on the phone. He's like, "What are you now?" He's like, they're in the building. You see like 3 agents and like a couple cops walking up this. It's like, peek. What do you mean? Peek carefully. I look up the stairs. You see like 3 agents and like 4 cops, like a couple floors down, walking upstairs. He's like, "Go through the back." You know what I'm saying? Go through the back, obviously. You know what I'm saying? You go there and you get this music, you get this scary music, and the agents are walking and I'm running. Yeah. You know, so eventually I meet up with Morpheus' great grandson, and I meet VJ obviously, and then they give me the choice of taking the blue pill or the red pill, and I take the red pill and they free my mind. It's like, you are the one, you are the new one, you are the seventh one reborn after the former one, Neo. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I was there in that club. You know what I'm saying? I heard you say you feel lost and confused every time you sleep. You feel like every time you wake up, you feel like you're in a dream. You're in a dream world, Neo. You know what I'm saying? You're in a dream world, Neo. If you want me to free your mind, you must take. I'm paraphrasing here. You take the red pill, and I take the red pill, and they free my mind, and I wake up in the real world, obviously. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm saying I wake up in the real world, I meet the people and Zion and all that stuff. And then what? And then I what? And I do training in kung fu. And this time when I do train kung fu, I'm in like this game simulation. Remember the Path of Neo? He's in the game, yeah. In Matrix Reloaded, it just shows Neo. It just shows Neo what lying down on the thing. Obviously, he's plugged, and you know what I'm saying. Whereas in the Matrix Path of Neo, it shows Neo training in the game simulation. I do a thing where I train with Morpheus, your grandson VJ in a game simulation. You have a nice scene with that. It shows me training, and I learn kung fu, and um I fight Morpheus, your grandson. I get my ass kicked, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't believe I'm the one, obviously, right? And eventually, towards the end of the story, I go into the Matrix and I get killed. So you get this sad story. This kid who's in the Matrix, he doesn't know he's the one, and then he goes to the Matrix, and Agent Smith kills me, obviously. So you get some parallels with the Matrix One story, and then when I die, obviously, VJ confesses her love for me. Obviously, the Oracle told me everything, that I will fall in love with a new one. I'll fall in love with the one reborn. You know what I'm saying? And then when I die, I see the light, obviously, and I see Keanu Reeves. And then Keanu Reeves talks to me. Obviously, he's like, I am Neo. He's like, Neo? You're Neo? Yeah, I'm Neo. You know what I'm saying? I was a former one before you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Neo tells his story. He's like, yes, I fulfilled the prophecy. I saved Zion, but I made a grave mistake. A mistake I never should have made. The machines, the oracle, the architect, myself. I underestimated Smith's power. I thought I could beat him, but I couldn't. You know what I'm saying? I let him copy himself onto me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's how Agent Smith came back. You must fix this. You were born to fix this. To fix the Matrix, to fix Zion. You must fix this. You must resave it. You must resave Zion. You know what I'm saying? He's like, now get up and go kick his. Go now, get up, and I get up, and I'm alive. I'm a new man, and I'm the one. I'm kicking ass. Yeah, that's my story. Holy shit! And that sounds like a masterpiece. Yeah, man. I'm not kidding around. If you tell that kind of story, that will even rival Zanus. That's how good of a movie it is. You're looking at a masterpiece. A fucking masterpiece, guys. So I'm gonna plan all that with the Wachowski sisters with VJ. I'm gonna plan out the 3 movies with them. I'm gonna do it a couple months before I'm officially hard at work writing the script. That way we tell this amazing story. We write an amazing script. My guys, whatever you did for The Matrix 1, I want you writing that same quality level of the script. Help me write that same quality level of the script for my Matrix movie. I have no worry about it. Yes, I don't want something silly like Revolutions. No, I want it to tell a really good story. A good quality story, you know what I'm saying? Guys, what are you thinking of for a second movie? I don't know. The second movie, I'm the one. I'm kicking ass. I find out Smith found a way to copy himself. He has clones, obviously, and I'm kicking ass like Neo and Reloaded, obviously. And then the end of the movie, VJ gets captured by Agent Smith in some base, like the first Matrix. And I go in there to save her, and people offer to help me. Ivan, you're gonna need our help. And I go there, and one of the guys died. I end up saving VJ, but one of the guys die, obviously. And then that death, you get the grave, and you get this grave ceremony in Zion, and that death leads to my depression, obviously. I'm so depressed that like I'm like so down, obviously. And the third movie takes 5 years later, and I'm dealing with that depression of those guys dying, obviously. And then it's 5 years later, and I have like I have this beard, and because the Matrix is now uploaded, it's updated, and I have more powers. Um, um, when I have my beard in the real world, I also have my beard in the Matrix because everything has changed. The glitch happened, things change in the Matrix, and I have more powers in the former ones. I'm saying.